got everybody up here in orbit, starting off with Grim and Xxif on your left and right side. Grim of Primal and Xxif on Pinnacle. So I think now, as long as we get the go-ahead from them, we're going to have them jumping down. We can run those rosters on Primal. We've got Grim, Luck, Powpow, and Vaxlon. And then for Pinnacle, Cup, Fun, Luan, and Xxif.
I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm excited. I've seen all of members of the Primal team play before, and they've done so well in our past tournaments. These Pinnacle guys are a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah, we haven't seen them so much. I don't know if we've ever seen them in some of our past tournaments. You might have seen them split onto different teams, or I think we saw them earlier in some of the competitions from before.
Yeah.
But still, I know. And so over on Primal, we also had Grim and Powpow both played in that 1v1 tournament at Guardian Con the other week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And saw some pretty awesome solo plays from them. So let's see if they can translate that in round 2 of our losers bracket.
And just as they are flying in, let's take a look. Round 2 is, as far as I'm aware, going to be starting with our map set C. So if we take a quick look at what that is going to look like as they get ready to drop down, we are going to be starting on Distant Shore, playing a game of Clash. So, you know, it's all about the kills.
All about the kills.
That's what we're going for here. So we've got Grim on the screen, getting ready to lead us off here, dropping in at the base. And this map was this is one that people might recognize. This is a
little Destiny 1 action here.
A little bit. A couple changes, couple things that are slightly different, but not too much. So we've got Grim and Vaxlon, both from Primal, on the screen right now with Grim on the left, Vaxlon on the right. Grim here in Dark Hallway, trying to side in, take a couple shots. It looks like they started off with 2 as Grim gets that wall up, and not quite able to block that nade, though, as it comes out.
I mean, it's pretty well timed. He was able to block any incoming fire. And did he end up taking damage from that grenade, or was that from previous gunfire?
I think that was from that grenade. Right now, it is 3-2 as we swap over to Xxif on Pinnacle. And so now Xxif spawning back up on the cliff and got that Graviton lance. So one of the ways that we've got the weapon systems working in this game with our rule set is essentially no duplicate exotics.
Yeah.
No teams coming in. We've got exotics allowed, most of them, but nobody coming in with, you know, a team of 4 Graviton lances or a team of 4 Vigilance wings or something like that, where they can just sit back, lane, and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, it promotes a bit of diversity amongst the gameplay, so you're not just seeing constant scoping down long lanes. If a couple players are opting to use some of those closer range hand cannons and such, then you're going to get a lot more aggression.
Yeah, so now Xxif pushing up through tunnel. He's got 2 teammates that are also pushing back through zone B. One had gone down, trying to get some shots there, but Vaxlon taking him out again with the Graviton lance. And so now over to Vaxlon himself, sitting out here in the center and moving a passage with 1 teammate. They have 1 that's down, and now they're all kind of there in the shrine. Looks like trying to figure out where they're going, or at least hold the zone and figure out where Pinnacle's going to spawn up. They've got a contact to their right. Going to try to meet Cup moving on into the grotto. And we've got, here's the entire team. Oh. We had one kill going back and forth between Luan and Powpow, and then Powpow taking Cup. Luan with 2 kills, though, on Powpow and Grim, and a 5-kill streak as Xxif takes out Vaxlon.
Oh, really nice flank by Luan right there to come around with the shotgun and really take them by surprise. And then he was able to, in the middle of that engagement, slide into that healing rift, keeping him alive a little bit better, and was able to seal the deal with that 3rd kill.
Yeah, and so now we've got fun FPS. I don't know, freezing for some unknown reason there. And it's going to be tough to play like that as we wait for the image to come back. Moving slowly through.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Just trying to make something happen.
We may have to come off of fun FPS here for a second. His stream seems to be a little. This seems more fun. Resolving itself. Let's go.
There we go. Okay, so Fun does have that shotgun loaded, and it looks like I'm not sure if he's used any shots of that yet, but so shotgun loaded, Vigilance Wing, 2 weapons with kind of the opposite range of where you can actually shoot from. Trying to get a little bit of a couple shots in there to the outside, cast that healing rift now. And he's got Luck right outside, and a teammate now with him. That's Luan. trying to help out, and we've got another Titan Shield up here, and it's a kind of face-off of Titan Shields. Now going to try to pull out that SMG and break that shield down so they can actually have an uncontested passage through the dark hallway.
Yeah, it's a good idea to kind of hold that particular spot on the map, but if you're trying to funnel through that one zone, then it's going to be really tough for your teammates. So maybe have one person sitting in that healing rift, the rest of them wrap around, and then you're able to push through as a team. And it looks like that's maybe what they were just able to do.
Yeah, and so now Vaxlon able to load up that shotgun as well, trying to get a couple shots out. He's got a lot of Pinnacle over on the other side of the river, and one coming through Zone A, and able to get away from that quickly, trying to dodge out of it. Moving back into Shrine. He's got a teammate there, and the other two have wiped on the other side, so now they're going to have to try to back off a little bit and recoup. It is, at the moment, Pinnacle up 22-13 with 6:18 left to play here, as Vaxlon gets a nice kill there on Cup from pretty close range with that Graviton. So now just waiting to see if there's anybody here, and we've seen a lot. It's interesting to me, Xander, because normally that dark tunnel or dark hallway, or at least as we would call it, but normally that's a place that we used to call suicide. And we've seen a lot of play around here. A lot of players actually pushing into that and kind of holding it as a position.
Yeah, controlling this part of the map is actually really important. While, yes, it is suicide, as we used to call it, to stay in there too long, taking grenades and such, being able to control this center point on the map gives you so much freedom to be able to control the pace of the game. If you have a member controlling this part and you need anybody on a certain part of the map, this gives you so much freedom to be able to do that.
Yeah, so we've got Xxif, and now we've got the Sentinel coming out from Grim, but they were able to take him down immediately.
Oh, my goodness. Powpow. Again, though, with 2 shotgun kills. So it's a bit of a trade there. The Sentinel, a bit of a waste, but Powpow able to kind of scrap together something, and now they're within 10.
Yeah. And so looking at that, it is 29-19. And almost trying to get that snipe off. He might have gotten a body. I did not see any points go up, though. 29-19 as we drop under 5 minutes to play. And now in Clash, we are playing to 100. So plenty of space left for Primal to try to pick it back up, but they're going to have to start making some moves. They only have 5 minutes left to play as we get Luan with 2 kills over there on the other side. And Cup taking out Vaxlon as the whole team kind of gathers together over in center and now pushes back through the tunnel as they move into River. So we've got contacts on the radar over towards Grotto and looking into the ramp up to Zone A. And now we've got Grim from Primal and Xxif from Pinnacle on the screen. Xxif going down, and now Grim trying to push in through Shrine ahead of a couple of his teammates. And he's got the contacts for the rest of Pinnacle on the far side of River, it looks like, and I think they decide not to push that necessarily as one of their members goes down over on the far side of the map. So now just trying to hold that power position, I think wait for the teammate to spawn back up so they can go in with a full squad, which they now have, and getting ready to push out through Shrine. We had 1 push from Pinnacle, 2 guys coming out of the Grotto, trying to throw that nade out there.
Oh,
Grim was able to get one with the nade.
We've got a Storm Trance being cast. I think it is Luck. Zippy zappin', members of Pinnacle.
And now back over to Grim himself.
And moments like that is really important, especially utilizing the supers and gaining control of the map. If you take out one, you can use that strength to push the rest of the team, get a team wipe, and that's what you need if you're going to be coming back into this game as Primal.
Yeah. Now, something that's interesting for me to see here is the overall kind of loadout strategy that some of these teams are picking, especially because we did say no, so we've got no duplicate subclasses, no duplicate exotic weapons.
Oh, Vaxlon with a double kill on that Arc Strider.
All right. Vaxlon taking out 2 and now moving forward, and he's got the rest of his team there. I'm not sure if that was one. I think Cup was the last one that we had seen anyway. Still got a little bit of space here, though, and is going to ride that out to the end. But it's, I think it's within, okay, only a 7-point game now as we drop to 3 minutes left to play. Vaxlon pushing back out of the tunnel, trying to sight in on Grotto as the rest of the team spreads out here across the river. So we've got 1 still over in the tunnel. We've got 1 in Zone A. We've got 2 here in the center for Vaxlon and Primal. Taking a couple shots to start off. Still no points going up anymore. A little bit of stutters. We swap to Grim in tunnel. Pulling out that SMG, trying to get the kill down. Luck is able to take out Cup and add a little bit more to it. Now they should be able to team pretty easily, sighting down that lane across center and waiting for somebody to come out of Zone B. but we've got only 7 seconds left until we've got power ammo spawning up. Grim
and he's
pushing
got a
in towards
sentinel.
it.
Here we go.
This is what you need to do. You need to be able to control that power ammo. So here's the team. He takes out 1 to start, takes out 2. That's Luan and Cup. Got the Orb of Light out there, and now he's going to try to throw that shield using the block ability of the Sentinel before going down. Not able to get any more to start there as we swap over to Cup. Wow. That was pretty good. That brought him, okay, still only a six-point game.
2 minutes left to go.
But still, that being said, we got okay, so another kill coming in, and look at all the power ammo just sitting around.
Goodness.
So they'd picked it up, and that was partially, I want to say, Grim coming through with that Sentinel and just having everybody drop that power ammo.
He scattered it around the battlefield.
Pretty much. So now we've got Xxif here on the Healing Rift on the corner of the grotto. 1 to the front, 1 to the right, and 1 more I think was trying to close in on them from the back there as we swap over, roll around, and now sight back into the grotto. So Graviton out, trying to take a couple shots. Looks like he's got Powpow back in the grotto. Some ammo to pick up here, probably an orb or 2 there, as Cup gets 2 kills with that Storm Trance before pushing off. And so now trying to sight in towards Zone A. Gets a couple hits in
that's
very thread-the-needle situation.
Cheeky little spot to be able to shoot all the way into that upper heavy right there.
Yeah, so there we had another shot coming in. Cup getting the kill on Grim as Xxif trying to take some shots, and Powpow headshot with the hand cannon. Hello, shotgun. Jumping in, there's Cup with the shotgun kill, trying to push out a little too far away to finish up that last one on Vaxlon.
Minute left, 8 kill difference here. We've got definitely Primal definitely has to make a move with one of the next supers that they have. It is doable, but they've got to push the tempo.
They absolutely have to. As Cup taking shots now, and their shots are landing pretty well.
There you go with luck.
They seem to be able to do a decent job so far of splitting the team out as Cup pushes back in from Passage to Shrine. He's got Vaxlon in there, but he's absolute. And now it's only 6 points with 30 seconds left to play here. Getting ready now. Just waiting to heal back up. Oh, no, we're playing a 50, not 100. Sorry, I got that wrong. 100 is control. So only 2 points needed for Pinnacle to take this first game with 20 seconds left. We had a super going out from Pinnacle, the Sentinel. And so now trying to get those last few shots into Shrine. There's the SMG going out. That's 50 points, and that's going to be the win going to Pinnacle with a nice little end play there from Cup.
Yeah, you know, if I had to say how that game went, it definitely started with Pinnacle coming out really strong. You know, Primal ended up with the first 2 kills of that match, but then right after that, you had Pinnacle going up by about that 10-kill margin that we saw for the entire game. And Primal was just trying to play catch-up the entire time. So let's look forward to Game 2. We've got control on Javelin 4.
So something to note now, so we played that first game. It was Clash. It's basically Slayer. It's all about the kills, first to 50. So now we're moving to Control, where you are going to get that bonus for anybody that's not familiar. You are going to get that bonus for controlling the zones. It's not as pure a zone control match as Zone Control was in Destiny 1, where it was all about just controlling. But it does add a little bit of that element to it, where as you lock down the zones, it's going to be adding a multiplier to the amount of points that you get per kill. And then, so the more zones you have, more kills you're going to get, more points you're going to get. I mean, that's just how you win.
Yeah, and I mean, the one thing that I love about this game type is the swings that can happen in it. If you are behind by a whole lot, you can cap all 3 zones, and then all of a sudden your comeback gets mounted so quickly. I mean, you're getting 3 points for every single kill, and it can snowball you back into the game. Or completely you out of the game.
Completely you out of the game.
Shut up, Bennett.
That is exactly what it could do. It's fine. You said swings earlier, and I was like, tire swings, rope swings, what kind? I know.
You're just looking for jokes.
I'm searching, and they're not coming. Maybe later they'll come.
That's
but
all right. You'll warm up, just like these guys. Let's go.
Yeah, they're warming up. We're warming up. So we're starting with Vaxlon flying down into Javelin 4. And so map-wise, this is going to be a little bit smaller. Not as many kind of long sightlines as we saw on Distant Shores just a second ago, mainly outside. So now we've got a lot more indoors. We've got kind of some longer lines if you want to go outside from like Rockwall down to Pad, and that's one of those places where in 1v1 and Rumble you can really control the power ammo by just controlling spawn from those locations. But starting off, we've got Vaxlon right here in the center trying to jump out with that SMG, but going to go down. Luan getting 2 kills on both Grim and Vaxlon. Powpow, though, taking out Fun, and so 3-3 to start. Each team has 1 zone. And they're, I think right now, just a fight for Zone B. And at the moment, it looks like Pinnacle is about to take it.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like the delay that the two members going down of Primal in the middle looked like it would delay it long enough for Primal to be able to claim Zone B.
Yeah.
But then, well, now you've got overwhelming numbers coming from that middle back into Zone B, and it is now 9-5 in favor of Pinnacle.
It is, and so now we see Pinnacle also trying to cap Zone C over on the far side. But Primal and the rest of them over on Zone B, and probably about to turn that around. One of the changes from D1 to D2, again, and I'll kind of throw out a couple of these facts. I'm sure most people watching know, but some might not. One of those changes is that you no longer have to wait for the zone to become neutral before capping it again. It can just cap directly from one enemy to the other.
Yeah.
And so fun FPS jumping over the top. We've got Powpow there trying to use that fusion but getting taken out. Powpow with a double kill on both Luan and Fun there.
He wasn't able to quite get that charge off in time. He'd fired, missed, shot a wall, and then, well, you don't have to charge up a shotgun.
Yeah, shotguns have shots in them. You just take them. And so now we're over on Grim and Primal in inner ring with two other members of the team. They've got the zone advantage at the moment and just holding on to that. A 3-point lead and a different start to this game than the last one. Last one, Pinnacle kind of came out swinging and really jumped away with it. Now 14-11 with 8 minutes left to play here. So Grim here in the center with one trying to take out another Grim and Vaxlon as Grim goes down. Vaxlon still in the center as well around Rocket. That's another teammate down. Vaxlon might want to reconsider challenging that position as everybody around him has died.
Right.
We know one of the main things that has changed going into D2 is the fact that team shots are huge. They play such a big part into this. So you find yourself, even in D1 sometimes, you say if you find yourself one man in the middle of three, you should probably back off.
Yeah, just run away.
Yeah, just, you know, disengage. That's a good thing to do sometimes. We swap over to Xxif, and Pinnacle has been able to take back another zone and taking that position in center, bouncing around Rocket, using that to kind of shield themselves while also casting a healing rift.
This is such a great lane for him to have with fire priority over all of those lanes. Yes, all of those lanes can shoot him, but with the help of his teammate, they were able to take out at least one member, and this is a great spot, especially if he's the member with the Graviton Lance. They could put also the Vigilance Wing back there, but their positioning as far as the weapon loadouts that they're allowed to have per member, doing a great job of locking down that spot.
Yeah, now they're going to have to be careful. Powpow did come out with, there it is, did come out with the Daybreak and was able to get at least one there on Xxif. Xxif had kind of avoided him for a second. But still, Powpow able to push around, and now Vaxlon and Primal still up by 4 points, 6 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. And now they are taking what we are seeing quickly become kind of the focal point. Over here on Rocket, taking that central location where you can see into both outer and inner ring, and pretty much see everywhere. Now taking that Zone B spot. Super is charged up, wasn't able to get it off in time before Luan took him out. And now Sentinel Shield coming from Luan, who takes... Oh, he went down. Powpow was able to punch him out, and now Grim has one.
He got the fusion rifle and the melee down onto the Sentinel, and it went down immediately.
And then Grim was able to jump out there with that shield as well. Looks like generating a couple orbs of light, and then loading up that shotgun as we freeze up on Vaxlon. But they did jump ahead to almost, I think, a 12-point lead is what I just saw with that series of supers and just team play overall.
Yeah, a bit of a different team moving forward into Game 2. We're seeing from Primal, they're controlling certain parts of the map instead of the kind of fluid nature of Clash.
Yeah.
You can turtle up a little bit more and just make sure you're locking down these very important points, and they're doing a great job so far.
They are, and so we're waiting for this the stream coming in to kind of settle up a little bit. I'm hearing sounds and assuming I know what's happening. There we go. As we swap, Vaxlon has settled back up, and we've got the stream running again. So, wow, in that time, it has jumped away just a little bit. Primal going up 43-26 as we get to 5 minutes left to play. And in this game, we are playing to 100. And there comes the Arc Staff. He's got most of the team there. Fun, or actually, no, Cup with the nade was able to take him out as Fun also got a couple shots in. But Vaxlon with 2, using that Arc Staff and making it count. They still have a 2-to-1 zone advantage at the moment as we swap back over to Cup from Pinnacle.
Yeah, every single moment you can when you're up by 2. If you can get a trade, that's a kill for both teams, but you're getting 2 points. So Primal at this point is very happy to be taking these trades.
Yeah. Oh, some really nice shots coming in from Cup, who gets a double down. following it with a couple really, really crispy, just the 4-tap on the hand cannon.
Yeah, you know, Pinnacle got a couple of those kills, but they needed to capitalize a little bit more on the downtime of the dead players on Primal and take either A or B. I know that they're probably trying to force spawns a little bit and put them into a certain spot on the map, but I feel like there's a little bit of wasted downtime, but it doesn't seem to matter because they look like they're gaining a little bit more control.
Yeah, and they're going to need to gain some control. 52-37, 3 minutes and 57 seconds left to play as we drop under. There's a kill from Xxif and Fun. Fun going on a 5-kill streak, or at least a 5-elimination streak. And now we're on Cup, who takes a shot down the hallway. It was stolen from him. As Xander would say, it's a team game. There is no stealing kills, but we all know that you can steal kills.
It's just not very good at sealing the deal.
Yeah, okay. So jumping in with the Storm Trance, not even able to do anything with it. We had a nade that came out first and then getting taken down. And then Luan and Xxif, though, following it up with 2 kills, which is kind of, it makes it okay. And they did have the zone control at the moment. They had a 2-to-1 advantage. So back over to Grim, who's trying to sight down through that hallway from outer to inner ring. That's a nade. Here comes the arc bolt from Cup coming out and getting Grim. And the game has been pulled to within 5 points with only just under 3 minutes left to play. Make that 3 points. Fun FPS waiting with this shotgun, knowing there's a couple members of Primal around that corner, trying to just get one shot off quickly before backing off. And that's something we talked about just a second ago, knowing when to disengage.
Absolutely. And, I mean, you just look at how this game is kind of turned around. Now, Pinnacle has one of the first leads of the game, and they're just controlling. It's really, really hard to break such a, like, map control away from a lot of these teams. And we saw it from Primal early on, and now Pinnacle's been holding 2 zones for quite some time, and they tied up at 57 points with 2.5 minutes to go. I need to stop talking for a second. Whoa!
I think Xander just got himself lightheaded by talking a little bit too fast. So Vaxlon pushing down, getting a couple shots in there. That shotgun didn't look like it actually connected all that great. Here's the Sentinel. Did he? Okay, he wasn't able to take him out. Powpow then coming in now with the Sentinel as well, taking out Luan. Oh, hello. Xxif bringing out the snipes, and they do have the lead right now, 63-60. 2 minutes left to play, and now just kind of peeking around some of these corners. We did see a number of good snipes yesterday, and it's interesting. So this is being played.
Oh,
so
he got a body.
So close to pulling that, but not able to do that. And it looks like Luck was able to get that health back pretty quickly. So now Vaxlon inside, they have taken the lead, 68-63. Sighting down and just trying to hold, once again, control over Rocket. Trying to see if there's anybody there. We saw a little bit of a head peek over the top. There's Xxif. Gets one shot in with the Graviton. Not able to get anything else in, but at this point, it's all about just kind of peppering shots in and assuming your teammates will help you. Looking up, trying to follow that up. Gets the SMG shots over there, taking out Fun with the SMG, and I don't know if that was fun.
I don't know if it was fun for fun either, but Powpow got that fusion rifle, and I didn't see any kills come from it except for right there on Cup. But we've got a bit of a super fight right here.
Yeah, we've got Grim with the Sentinel out. We also have the Daybreak out from Fun, and it looks like that Daybreak was able to take it down more, but now Xxif also with the Arc Staff out, so even more supers coming out. Trying to get something going here. Fun taking out both Powpow and Grim. I wonder if that was slightly delayed, because I feel like that just happened.
Yeah, that was a ton of kills that came out, at least a team wipe, but unfortunately they didn't have those 2 zones. Now they've gained control over it, so the last 30 seconds are going to be really tight.
Yeah, they're going to have to – oh, wow, taking out Luck from that Storm Trance with just a bunch of hand cannon shots and a prayer. It is 70-81 right now. Pinnacle needs to get that zone advantage. They do have – or actually, no, that's Primal with the power play. And coming down, Luan able to take out Vaxlon immediately, kind of out of that arc staff with the shotgun. But Vaxlon was able to get one as he spawns back up. 83-73, 5 seconds left to play. I think this one's going to Primal.
They just got to play defensive, and as long as this chain lightning doesn't kill the entire team, they are safe, and that will be Primal tying it up against Pinnacle.
All right, so that means that it is now 1-1. Now, all of these games in this round are best of 5. So, 1-1, we need 2 more wins.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see a lot more from these 2 teams.
Yeah.
And what a matchup it's been. It's been so evenly matched, I guess I should say.
What a matchup. So evenly matched. So evenly matched.
Yes.
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 Yes. Quite. So now we're going to go back to Clash. And so something that's interesting kind of in the way that these maps were set up and in the way that I guess the rotation is gone is that we've also introduced survival. You see that there in the fourth match if we make it, which we're going to have to make it there because we need 2 more games. That's something where Pinnacle, like I think I had mentioned, it came out very strong against BSK yesterday. And that's one where, especially if you've got more experience playing something like Trials of the Nine, where they use those competitive playlist maps, you kind of have an advantage. And they almost ran roughshod over BSK. They just
apparently they run that game type quite a lot, just kind of through competitive game, the competitive playlist and
just trying to grind for that Claymore.
Oh yeah.
But so we are getting ready to fly down into Survival, or Clash, Burnout. And Burnout is another map that we're going to see that we saw and talked about a lot during that 1v1 tournament. It's basically Burning Shrine. Again, a couple changes have been made, the same that happened with Distant Shores. It's been shortened a little bit. The sun outside has been taken away, so you don't have that advantage with the sun to your back that you could sometimes take.
It's like it's not even Mercury anymore.
Yeah. Is it ever dark on Mercury?
I don't think so.
I've never been. So I guess we'll just never know.
I've never been.
So I'd like to get a trip there, but it seems like it'd be too hot. This is one way that this conversation could have devolved. The teams are getting ready. I'm going to swap back over to the gameplay. Looking at a little bit of the loadout here. Never mind. As soon as I swap, it goes back away. And, Grim says he's intentionally throwing. That's good.
Then why did he win the last game, huh?
I don't know. Does he know what throwing it means? I don't think so. But taking a look at this, we do have for Vaxlon, Vigilance Wing. I think that's the Ikalos SMG. And running with a blue shotgun.
Oh, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Thank you very much, Vax.
Thank you. Thank you for showing us all your things. Oh, okay. All right, maybe changing it up, Dire Promise. And that is one of the hand cannons that we've seen come out pretty strong recently. It's got a nice fast fire rate. I think Dire Promise is 150 RPM. And if you hit those shots, it is very rewarding. Like, it's you have to hit them, though. It's not as forgiving as something like Better Devils that has those explosive rounds at the end.
I like shooting at walls and ground and stuff and still putting damage on people.
With Better Devils?
Yep, that's my my go-to game plan.
I like not having to aim.
I like not having to hit people.
Well, like aim some, but just assume that it's an area of effects shot.
Right.
Vaxlon spawning up in West Tumbler with the rest of the team, pushing out to bridge immediately and just pre-firing with that Dire Promise as the nade goes out. Oh, and hello, there is a suppressor nade getting thrown and just bouncing off one and hitting another. So Vaxlon now suppressed, not able to jump or use anything, just trying to get some shots into the middle on Cup. Luck for Life able to take Cup out as Luan takes out Powpow. Luck also taking out Xxif, and Fun's got a shotgun. And there he is.
Hi.
I've got a shotgun. So we are back to a Clash game type. We're playing to 50 points in 10 minutes. And this is where in the first round we already saw Pinnacle came out pretty strong and jumped up to a quick lead. Now try. Whoa!
Oh, nice lead with that arc bolt grenade.
That nade came out, and then Vaxlon able to just follow that up with some SMG shots and get the kill. So 6-3 as we swap over to Grim with Primal, trying to shoot right, threading the needle over the bridge at Luan, and I think Fun just ran across there as well. As the whole team is over here on East Tumbler, the Tumbler rotating to block Pinnacle from actually entering without jumping. And we do have some radar pings moving towards the bridge, which they're going to have to watch out for as they all rotate back around to the outside, heading towards the throne.
Yeah, I like that rotation. They didn't have anything going for them with that Tumbler being the way it was. And just all kind of came outside. Now they're able to use this doorway, the 2 doorways from middle, and over here on the east side, a little bit to their advantage. But wow, looks like the shots and the combination of the suppressor grenade coming out gave the wipe over to Pinnacle.
Yeah, that was the one being able to use that suppressor nade to pretty good effect, as we've got 2 rifts here to bounce back and forth between. 8-7, Pinnacle taking that lead, as I think Xander just said. So now 8 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. Some drop power ammo outside, trying to get those shots with the Vigilance, taking down Powpow. Quick shot with the shotgun, not making anything happen there. Get the nade out there, block off the big door, and then bounce back in to the bridge and just wait. wait for somebody to go out there. We did mention Vigilance Wing, Graviton Lance. These are great laning weapons. You can just sit back a little bit and start hitting them. You've got the 5-shot burst of the Vigilance Wing that puts down so much damage if you can control that kick up and pull down with the mouse as you're doing that. And then you've got the Graviton that's got that second shot that, especially if you land that and get that kill with it, explodes into those particles and can do even some splash damage.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you're probably going to be looking for here in this. There we go.
Nice rift.
Paired with the healing rift, this mid-range engagements with some of these power weapons, the exotic primaries, it's really, really strong, especially if you get that overshield. Push that a little bit too far to 3 members of Primal.
Yeah, and that was fun. Something else that we saw from Fun doing that was a combination of pretty much every healing trick in the book that he could do on the Warlock, because he also pulled out that Phoenix dive to pull it down. Now, something interesting to note is that while we don't have any, we're trying to do like emoting, looking around corners and stuff like that, the Phoenix dive on top of giving you your health back and being super strong with that, also gives you a little bit of a third-person peek in the brief moment that you can do it. So, it's not outside of the rules, so I'm not going to say anything else about it. Yeah. Vaxlon loading up that shotgun, pushing back in through center, and going to have to get a little bit closer. We've got the radar ping on the outside, bringing out the shotgun, not able to do it. Luan taking him down with the melee instead.
I thought for sure
he was luck with the double.
Ooh, Luan ended up taking him down, but I thought for sure he was going to be able to take out the shotgun just in time and just get the kill. Whew.
I wanted it because I wanted that highlight.
Yeah.
Instead, we didn't get anything. But Vaxlon pushing back to the outside now after spawning back up, and we swap to Cup. And it is 17-19. Primal actually does have the lead right now, but it is very, very close. That being said, this is not the way that the first game of Clash went. This is much closer than that one was pretty much throughout. It's only a 2-point game with 6 minutes left to play, and we did have a bubble popped out here.
Ooh, I think that was something that a couple of players may have talked about, how maybe that Titan is going to be running Alpha Loopy and getting a couple extra crests for the rest of their team. So if there was if you kind of balance between whether or not you want to use that Sentinel for kills or if you want to use the bubble for getting your entire team light for your super.
Get all the orbs out there.
Yeah.
So Vaxlon now with the Arc Staff out, and there are the shots coming down from Cup. Cup able to get some help there, as Xxif was the one that cast that final shot. And so now we've got the rift there. Grim going down to Cup's nade, and going to have to watch out to the right-hand side through West Tumbler. And there you just saw for a second just some of the crazy flick speed that you can get playing this on PC.
I know it.
Anyway, Cup bouncing back through. They've taken the lead. It's a 2-point game still, though, 24-22, and very low scoring. We've had a lot more team motion throughout this match than we saw in the first game over on Distant Shores. And now Cup trying to sit here in center with one other teammate on the other side of the pillar, putting that, or using that Phoenix dive down over on the side, or as Xander said once, the plunge. No one needs
Don't
to
remind
know.
them.
No one needs to know, but I like calling it by that name.
It's going to happen more.
Probably. So we've got Cup. Cup does have a super available, not pulling it out yet, waiting for the right moment as Grim slides out, and that was SMG versus SMG, and SMH, Grim was able to come away with that kill.
Nice.
Thanks, man. I don't know if it was or not. Grim picking up that power ammo. Had to reset it for a second there, but got that loaded up, got the shotgun loaded up. And a lot of what we're seeing is shotguns and snipers, though we do have a couple guys running with the fusion.
Oh, we've got a series of supers coming out. Powpow with that Daybreak, and now we've got, I think, Luan with the Storm Trance, and there he is, and there he goes!
That was, yeah, Cup with the Storm Trance. Luan running the Sentinel, as far as I can tell. And Grim also has that super charged up. It's 30-27, 3-point game. That's one more point than it was before. And 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to play here. All of Primal kind of sitting here in center, waiting for these to come out. And it seems like it's just a matter of when do we make these supers useful. Getting the suppressor nade out from Grim doesn't look like it tagged anybody, but we had Cup charging in here. Grim trying to punch him out and get a shot. Hello!
My
There's
goodness,
Grim
can he
pushing
get
out
3?
again. And the Sentinel Shield coming out as well as Grim takes out Luan, using the blocking ability of the Sentinel Shield to push through the bridge and try to get back to the rest of them. Gets 2 and 1. That's Xxif and Fun going down. And Grim on a crazy tear, taking out another one with a shotgun and the punch on Cup. I think that was probably, what, 5 or 6 to Grim?
He's on a 10-kill streak right now.
Okay, and we swapped over to Vaxlon. Vaxlon's also got a supercharged up. That pushed Primal up 36-28 with 3 minutes left to play now. And here here comes the Arc Staff from Vaxlon, pushing out, gets Xxif to start. We've got more over to the side. He gets Cup moving right along, going to try to jump to the other side of Throne. Bobbing and weaving, just trying to do as much of a dance as possible, but Grim had already taken away the fun.
Yeah, look at I know. He's playing lights out right now,
yeah.
but look how that worked out. He had the arc staff, and he went out the middle while the rest of his team pinched the remainder of Pinnacle. Yeah. And, I mean, the remainder of the team destroyed all of Pinnacle there and got the team wipe.
Yeah, and that's the sort of motion that you want to see. The nice thing is that
oh my God, how many supers do these guys have? They're chaining them so flawlessly right now.
They have enough. Luck only got 1 kill with that, though. Powpow, or sorry, I think that was Luan that had that. No, it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't read the thing right. So we'll just leave that for now. Grim loads up the shotgun, pushing back over to the center and just waiting to get a couple shots in. Now we're going to push back over bridge instead. We've got pings outside, a number of dead teammates, but also Luck and Vaxlon to the side. Trying to get some shots on Fun and then bounce around. Leading with that, gets the punch to start, and now pushing back in as well. He's got another kill on Xxif. Okay, so Grim's having a pretty good game, we could say right now. He gets Cup with the shotgun. He had one right before that, and now trying to push through. He's got the slide. He gets the punch there.
Oh my God. And I'm speechless.
Who is this guy? To quote something else that we've said before. That's the 50. That is Primal coming away with a second win there. That was different than the first match.
Goodness. He got an 18 kill streak.
That's all right.
If you want to get more kills than the other team, you don't die.
Yeah.
And you kill the other team. And that's exactly what Grim just did. Putting Primal on his shoulders with that shotgun and Sentinel super. And what a showing.
Let's talk about for a second the fact that Grim is playing my current favorite loadout after and I'll jump into us as they're getting ready for the rest, which is going to be survival on Endless Veil and get ready to fly in. But still, if anybody watching has not tried out Sentinel with the new ACDO feedback fences, to do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Is nice. It's pretty neat. So Xander, how would you say that Primal kind of turned it around? That was a very different Clash match than we saw from them in the start. You think it was just they were tired in the beginning or didn't know what they were going up against?
Well, as far as the first game goes, I'm not sure how often they were practicing on that map specifically, so may not be able or not be too experienced in the points that needed control and when they controlled them, how to hold them.
Yeah.
And it was a Clash match, so there wasn't any main spots on the map that they really felt that were really dominant and that they needed to control.
Yeah, sure.
And then we moved over to Control, and with Control, you've got 3 specific spots that you want to control, and especially B because of the fire you can put down on the rest of the map.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, you start gaining that momentum. You have a player like Grimvoss who has the ability to pop off like he did.
Yeah.
It was close until
right at the end.
One Grimvoss did what we just saw, and then right after that, they chained an Arc Strider and then a Storm Trance.
Yeah. So now starting with Grim on Endless Veil, gets a shot off with the Graviton, and we have had a little bit of a push up here, and a couple going down to start, but I want to say that, yeah, Primal's still in with the advantage of 5 lives to 3. And so this is the survival game type. We are playing first to 4 rounds. And for anybody unfamiliar with the way that the game type is played, you see up in the top of the screen, they've got 3 lives and 5 lives, right? So as you kill, the team essentially has a pool of lives. So if you get a kill on the other team, like here's Cup trying to shoot down onto the other side. Their team only has 1 life left. But if you die or somebody on your team dies, they detract from that pool of lives. And then you can only respawn while you still have lives left. So we had 1 go down, and now we've got 1 permanently down. And this will be the last respawn for Cup. And so now, as anybody on Pinnacle goes down, so we had 1 go down. And so they will not be spawning back up. And now it's a numbers advantage for Primal.
Yeah, and it's also something to note, this is our only game type in the tournament that does not have radar enabled. So it's it requires a lot of team synergy and communication to be able to call out where enemies are. It is a little bit more of a reserved game type, just kind of by nature. You want to survive. You don't have the freedom to die as much as you want, like in any of our other game types. Yeah. And there we go. Round 1 going over to Primal.
Something interesting as we swapped over to, or when we swapped to the perspective of Fun right there for a second, was seeing the change in the weapon setup. Now it looks like running a Mida and I think a Last Hope, that 3-burst sidearm, and just making it more about laning in this than it is about getting up close, because you want a team shot, you want to get you want to deplete the pool of lives on the other side.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
The entire team lit up as long as you're standing in that rift.
Got the nade over on the side. Luan getting 2 kills there on both Grim and Luck, with Powpow getting the shot on Luan finally. So more back and forth and fun, just having fun here in the corner, waiting for that shotgun ammo to spawn up. And at the moment, they're doing better in round 2. They're up 4 lives to 2 with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the round, using that rift spot to be able to peek out, jump back and forth, and kind of lane through center.
Yeah, well, now they know that Pinnacle has that rift set up, and as long as they stay back far enough, they will not show in the on the enemy play on the Pinnacle's screen. So they just got to hang back a little bit, play a little bit slower. Now they absolutely do, because they're out of lives.
Yeah, exactly. It's 4 lives to none as we drop almost under 50 seconds left to play in the second round. There's a nice shot from Fun, taking out Grim on top of the blocks. Trying to come in, and there's another 2 with the shotgun. Let's talk about guaranteed kills. It's not necessarily, if I'm playing, it might not be. But for these guys, sometimes you put a shotgun in their hands and go to work.
Which of you will
survive? They are having fun.
Because that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a lot of bad puns today.
I don't even know if that counts as a pun. That was just words. So Grim.
Just bad words.
Yeah. Grim spawning up now, taking out some shots with the SMG. He's got one on the far side. That was Cup, able to take him down as Fun takes down Vaxlon. And now Pinnacle's starting to show that, oh, hey, you know what? We know how to play survival, because they're about to take, well, we won't say the round yet. But they're doing very well, up 4-1, and Primal seems to be losing lives pretty quickly. 3-0 now, life-wise, in the bank. And Primal's going to have to somehow rally from this. Can't lose anymore. They've already got 1 down. He's got Fun in the corner. He takes Fun out, able to pick up the remainder of that power ammo and take out Luan with the shot, but only 1 left as Pinnacle loses their kind of last life in the bank.
Now, this is a scary moment because they have a Dawnblade and could very easily seal this round. Are they going to opt on Pinnacle's side to hold on to that with this remaining member? They've got a full team. They're absolutely going to hold on to that.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that, especially when they can move into these next rounds. If pull this round, they've got 3 supers that are charged up now, especially just from, being alive longer.
Yeah.
You can take the next 1, 2, or couple rounds, and you can just run a super in each one, as Xander in our studio trips over a light. I was just wondering where you went all of a sudden.
Pay no mind to me.
Nope, nothing going on here. So now on Vaxlon. Now we do have 2 supers here as well, but 2 going down very quickly. We had the Dawnblade come out from Fun, taking out 2 to start, and that's the use of that super that I was mentioning just a second ago. So the tumble from Vaxlon into the center here, and now out with the super himself, takes out 2, Cup and Fun, and now pushing past the toilet.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was very close, and almost just able to avoid that shield. Oh no, and jumped up too high and got caught in the jump. Got taken down by Luan. And so now 3-3. It's pretty close
doesn't
here.
Make the same mistake.
We had Grim take 1 out, 2-2 in the life bank coming into a minute in this round. Grim does have a super charged up, trying to just SMG and push with those fences. Gets 1 down. All right, they've taken down Pinnacle to no lives left. They take out 1 more, and it's a 4v2 at the moment. They've still got 1 life in the bank. Okay, 4v3 at the moment, but Pinnacle, 3 supers left in the bank.
But luckily, we do have Grim. He's got the suppressor nades. If he knows the choke points, he's going to be able to shut any one of those down. So, there's 1 down. It is currently, he's zooming in so I can't see who's alive. It is 3-2.
Life-wise? Oh, the teams that are up there?
Yeah. remaining members.
So Grim taking down the shield from the Titan. We've got Luan trying to slide out with the shotgun. Grim's going to have to get that punch, able to do it. And so now 2-1, Grim on one side, and who is left here? It's 1v1 in the corner. He does have a shotgun up, but he's got an arc staff, and he's able to come out with that, and that's going to be the round going over to Pinnacle.
Oh, Xxif able to get that. It cost him an arc staff, but it gave him a round. That was such a great job from the members of Pinnacle to, even when down, take out key members and remaining members of Primal. And now they're up 3-1. Their prowess in this survival game type showing off.
Yeah, and if Primal wants to do anything, they're going to, at least in this game, and pull it to a 3-1 win, they're going to have to pull a BSK and try to rally. They're down 3 rounds to 1, and there's a bunch of supers out. So he had one there for a second. Cup trying to take some shots over from Shrine into Portal, and then teaming up to get one out. 4 lives to 3 going down right now. A little bit slower in this round, and we do have most of Pinnacle over here on the far side of the Shrine. Okay, just waiting to see somebody, and the hardest part is we don't have radar either, so we can't call out the other team's movements. Getting the nade up into the center. Oh, tagged all of them with that nade, and gets another shot off there. Let's see if they're going to be able to capitalize on that at all. I'm not seeing it as we get the rift back behind Shrine, but I'm not seeing it because it's not moving.
Right. That is giving him the vision of the enemy, but as far as we can tell, he has no vision of the enemy, and he's been reloading for the past 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a very long animation.
Very splotchy. If this happened to me every time I reloaded in game, I don't know if I ever would.
I don't know if I'd play.
I'd come on and play one game, and I'd shoot all my bullets, and then I'd just quit.
Yeah. So now we've got Grim. It is 1 life to 1. They've got 2 supers left over on their team. It looks like they might have a third. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to wait and see when their last spawns back up as we swap over to Cup. And no lives to no lives. It is time for the end tier. Cup trying to sight in from Gulch. He's got Xxif alive over on the side. We've got 2 members down on his team, though, and it is a 4v2 right now. He does have that super, gets some nice shots down on Powpow, casts that healing rift, and gets hit immediately by the nade. Able to take out Powpow, though, but then going down, and that, as we go into overtime, is going to be a point for Primal. So now 3-2. Primal has to win 2 more rounds if they want to overcome that deficit.
Yeah, they were able to take out, I believe it was Powpow, somebody over on that middle area. But then Vaxlon with a really nice collapse on the weak members of Pinnacle to close that one out. They really needed that point.
Yeah. So starting with Grim,
because they would have lost.
Exactly. Starting with Grim on Primal. Here's the Sentinel shield coming out and trying to move forward. We've got one in front. He's got someone behind him using the shield to block the shots and finish it up with the kill. One more up top, pushing forward, and that's a triple from Grim.
If you guys want to learn how to play Sentinel, watch this guy's stream. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like we're doing now.
It's really nicely done. He found himself pretty weak in open space with 3 members shooting at him, able to lunge, get the first one, block his way to lunge to the second one, and then it was just game over from there. Able to take out 3 members, 1 super, and they're up 3-1 in lives.
Yeah, that Sentinel shield, when you pop that and you're holding it to actually be a shield, can take a lot more shots than a lot of people kind of expect. Definitely a lot more than I expected when I got back into playing Sentinel and was like, oh, all right, this is something to use. Is where with Grim now. And they're all here on this healing rift in the corner, just trying to hold on to that life advantage, because as soon as he left that healing rift, you saw that go down and start taking shots.
I know they're all piling onto it so they can maintain this vision of the enemy, but I'm also really scared for them because they're all piled on top of each other, and if you have one solar nade or something come down, it's just going to melt all of them.
Yep, and there's one going down. Cup taking out 2 with the grenade, and so now no lives to no lives, and we had 1 down. Not sure if we're going to have a spawn back up on the side. 2 down right now for Primal. And we've got, I think, a full team for Pinnacle. Nope, 2 down for Pinnacle as well. So it's a 2v2, 2v3, 1v1. We've got supers. Powpow almost going down to the shots as Cup trying to push up. And he's got the shotgun, and that's going to be 2-2. Primal and Pinnacle tied up and going to game 5.
Oh, boy. The first matchup of the day, and we already get to go to game 5. I feel so lucky.
So lucky. So that was kind of what we saw yesterday. moving forward here, where we had, we're just highlighting the damage. Most damage, even though third place in opponents defeated. Just so the team knows.
I just want everybody to know on stream. I'm Cup, and I did 5,600 damage.
Yes, nobody else did that much. I just want to say that people were stealing kills, and I deserve more credit. So now we're about to get ready to go into our final map. Which we will look at. Supremacy on Javelin 4. And we haven't, I don't know if we saw some Supremacy gotten to yesterday.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot of it.
Well, I believe that everyone was to play Supremacy in round 1 pretty early on in the series.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as this will be the first Supremacy of today, obviously the first one of this match, and this is the first match. This game type is really, really great for watching the aggression of these teams, because they have to go to where they killed the enemy.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see some shotguns here, and we're going to see some really quick movement and collapses from the teams, because if they're able to get down and get in there quickly after they've gotten those kills, then you're going to obviously be...
I feel like this is going to be a mode where Grim might show off a little bit.
I think he might shine in this. Absolutely.
He might. He hasn't shown yet. So.
He likes to get up close and punchy. So.
Yeah, little punchy, have people punch him back and take some more of that damage. And so the teams are flying in at the moment. Take a look. And it looks like we are going to start off with Grim, the man himself. So, Javelin 4. Close-ish range. We've played it once already in this rotation. We've got a couple repeat maps, and the overall map selection that we've got playing right now is, I think, what, five or six total maps in it. Just the ones that play the most balanced that we can get. There are, I mean, anyone who's played knows there are a couple maps where you get in and you say, okay, well that spawn just isn't fair.
Yeah, and obviously we don't have the pit from Halo 3, so
yeah,
you must protect your crest.
Pretty much the perfect map, I think.
Okay, we'll be back with Xander's opinions on Halo 3 maps in a second. Grim starting out. We've got nades flying on both sides, moving in through Rocket, and Luan back in B. He knows he's got that kill if he can get up to him, but the shield out as well. Trying to punch through the shield, gets the kill though because of the feedback fence, and Luan taking down Grim. Luck taking Luan, actually, I guess it was, with the SMG afterwards. But so 3-5, 3-6. Pinnacle starting off with a little bit of a lead to start. And Grim now over here in center trying to figure out where we're going to get some shots. Get a couple shots on Luan there as the rest of his team does seem to have controlled most of Rocket. That was, I think, Fun almost going down to the side, and Grim taking some fire. Going to have to be careful as Pinnacle pushes up into the center.
And that power ammo, obviously Pinnacle has positioning in order to get that power ammo, but because it's out in the open and all members of Primal are able to fire at that box while you're taking damage, you are unable to pick up any power ammo. And there was a solar nade sitting on it for a little while. So
yeah, so you can't pick it up.
You can't have.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things about Javelin. Whoa, hello! Here comes the shotgun from, I think, Luan taking out Vaxlon as we swap over to Xxif, and it's 10-10. Now, interesting play here, playing a sniper in Supremacy, Xander.
Well, what I would say they're probably using this for is getting the pick and then being able to push as a full team in with the superior numbers and collect the rest of the crest from the three remaining members.
Had three great bodies there from Xxif with a sniper. And I guess the question that I would have is when you're using that, here comes the nade, going to have to back away from that. But when you're using that, the question is, I guess, do you sacrifice that crest that you would normally get from the first kill in favor of the pick? Like taking out one, the team's probably going to collect that crest back to their own team.
Sure.
But if they can push in with a 4-3 advantage, they can be able to take out the team and get 3 crests even though they lost the 1. So I
think ideally that's what you're probably looking for while using the sniper. You're in a perfect world, you want to get all 4 with a team wipe.
Yeah.
But
there's Grim with 3. Wow.
And there we go, 23-12, pushing out to an early lead with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Coming out strong. Oh, and then we've got a couple kills from Cup. I'm speaking too soon.
Cup has had some excellent hand cannon shots right now. We've got Grim out with that Dire Promise, and I think Cup might be running the same thing. I'm not entirely sure. Grim just waiting up here for Luan to come in, and something that we've noticed a lot, especially as you start watching some of these higher level players play, is the verticality that you have to play with to basically avoid walking around corners at head level, because some players are going to come around and just auto sight in on that. If you're at head level, you're going to get 4-tapped pretty easily with the hand cannon, which is why you'll see like Grim, who was waiting up on those boxes, or I think we had Fun earlier, who was waiting right on top of this platform in front of Zone B rather than waiting on the ground. And there's Luan coming through with the SMG, taking out Grim. And as we swap over to Cup, it is 20-24, 23-24, 23-25. I can't just keep track of that, I guess. I should let the numbers do it. They're going to pick one more up, and now Pinnacle taking their first lead of the game, as far as I know.
Let the numbers speak, Bennett.
They're very quiet. Cup now pushing back in from pipes into the outer ring. Got one teammate there trying to get some team shot on Vaxlon, but it's going to be Cup, the only one taking shots, and then Cup taking shots onto himself and dying. So we swap over to Xxif as Powpow took out Cup, I think, over from the side, trying to get just some team shot in, laning with that Graviton. More shots over on Powpow, who is coming up the staircase back down into that healing rift. And one of the ways that we've seen a team really lock down that rocket area as they get ready to push out there. A nice pre-nade to take out Powpow, but going to have to pick up that crest.
He's been so solid with those pre-nades, especially with that arc bolt. It puts the damage down immediately as opposed to some of the other ones. And Powpow just kind of timed that escape a little poorly and paid for it. And wow, look at Xxif.
Yeah, so now we've got Cup coming out with the Storm Trance. Already got luck as Xxif was able to take out Grim with that shotgun. And a Daybreak coming out, and it's going to be a Dawnblade versus a Stormcaller. I guess I'll back away here. I don't have much health. Xxif trying to get out of here as well, taking some shots in center, dodging away briefly with that, still with that shotgun out, but going to have to get close up to get it. And there is a trade with Grim. Grim and Xxif both punching each other out.
It seemed like wherever Xxif was trying to go, there was always a member of Primal waiting and firing at him.
Oh, Powpow with that Daybreak came out and got at least 2 kills that I saw there. And now Grim with 1, Luck with 1, taking out Xxif and Fun. And we've got a fusion on Powpow. So just like that, a lead that for Pinnacle, they had pulled ahead maybe 10 points or so, has been cut to only 5 as we get 5 minutes left to play. And still plenty of points left to put up on the board. So now Vaxlon here in Rocket with 2 other teammates. They've got that healing rift down, waiting for the approach from Pinnacle. You've got kind of the head peek over from Xxif on the far side, trying to take out some shots at Fun. Going to go ahead and recover that crest. Vaxlon does have a super ready to use. They're able to get some more shots on, but still no real follow-up. We had 1 coming in from Pinnacle, and Pinnacle now widening the gap almost by 10 points once again. This is the last game that will be played in this series, so Pinnacle not looking bad if they can hold this for the next 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoever loses this game is eliminated from the tournament, and the winner will be advancing to round 3 of the loser bracket.
So here's Xxif now trying to push in. He's got some teammates, but the entire team is in here. He might run out of time on that, and there we go. Luck able to take out both Luan and Xxif. Xxif, who was in that arc staff and was just not able to connect. Was trying to dance around too much.
And there we go. We're seeing it from Vaxlon's perspective right there.
And so now Vaxlon trying to get some more shots across the side with the teams, trying to just pull it back. They're down 49-39, 3 minutes 55 seconds left to play. So we have dropped in under 4. And we've got Vaxlon +2 running out into Rocket, just trying to get an advantage. So now we see that split motion. Vaxlon, I guess,
find him.
Couldn't make that decision as to where to go, and so now trying to figure out the best way to approach. He's got a little bit of time left.
And he's just
maybe trying to call out.
I mean, he's calling out. He's taking the fire from the members of Pinnacle. And just as we're saying that, Grim going to work with the other super, the Sentinel. And wow,
3-point game. I wonder if Vaxlon was using the third person that he got from that super to give Grim a little bit more of a call out, because I think Grim was able to run around through the side and actually get a number of the kills that Vaxlon wouldn't have been able to. Or maybe it might have just been a mistake. Pop the super at the same time.
Well, you know, if he had popped out at any one moment, those 3 members would have definitely laid into him, and I don't know if he would have been able to survive that. Now Grim dropping that power ammo. We'll see if his teammate nearby, Vaxlon, is able or opts to go for it instead of kind of facing off in this healing rift. Down by 5. There's still 2.5 minutes left to go. So we could start seeing some more supers. We know that 2 just got used on Primal's part, and Pinnacle kind of just trying to slow the pace of this game. You saw 2 members running back towards stairs. playing a little more defensively, and it's working.
Yeah, so now we had Cup taking one more out, but not going to be able to push forward and pick up that crest. And up 56 to 49, 2 minutes left to play as we are playing to 100 in this one. So still plenty of points left on the board, but it's slowly ticking down. It's a 7-point game. We've got the nade out on center. Another nade coming around, and Luck, I think, got 2 with that nade, or was it just the 1?
Just the 1, but they're using, well, whether or not they can get to those crests is another story. They're getting the kills, but they've got to clean up the rest of the team so that they're able to collect and get back into this game. 5 points down. It's coming down to it with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And
now Fun able to keep the pressure off of himself, pulling out that sniper rifle, and now taking some shots from the side, though. Going to have to be very careful using that Phoenix dive to heal up and get ready to get back into the fight. Only a 3-point game right now, 1.5 minutes left to play. Gets the nade out to zone off the staircase as the entire team pushing around the outside from pad to deck. And now they're just going to have to try to run away and keep this advantage. A shot on Luck, taking him out, picking up that crest. 5-point game now. Just peeking around that corner, trying to make sure that they're going to go in with that man advantage. Almost able to do it as Powpow goes down with the dive to get the health back.
He almost was able to take him out of that animation. He was hanging out in midair for just a moment, and now he's going to be holding this lane with that sniper rifle, and maybe not. If you're playing defensively, though, this is what you want to be doing. You want to use that sniper rifle, and Powpow coming through with the Dawnblade. Is he going to be able to translate that into enough points to get Primal back in this game with 45 seconds left to go?
Grim goes down. It's 56 to 61, 56 to 62. Luan getting a couple kills there, and Vaxlon taking one more out. Cup, though, moving up, so still only a 7-point game, 30 seconds left to play. Grim coming back up and now getting ready to move out into the ring with all of his team, pushing over the center rocket. Looks like all of Pinnacle back here just trying to wait it out. They know that they're up, and even if there's
the bubble back there.
And even if there's a team wipe right now from Primal, they're going to have to get at least a couple more kills out of that, too. Well, I think they get 2 from each, but still, they would need some more.
No.
And there goes Luan coming around the outside with the sniper. And Luan getting 2 huge kills there. Or, sorry, that was Luck getting 2 kills, hopefully trying to do something, but with only a second left, 74 to 60, Primal is going to go down to Pinnacle.
Wow, what an electric boxing match that ended up with right there at the end with that bubble. Really nice defensive play by Pinnacle to hold on to that lead. It seemed like there was a chance for Primal to get back in for just a moment. And with that particular Dawnblade that Powpow was using, but right